It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato, from the Southtown Star newspaper. And we are at the Beggar's Pizza location on 127th Street and Kedzie Avenue in Blue Island, right across the street from the alma mater, Eisenhower High School. And our guest this week, Oak Forest boys basketball coach Matt Manske. The Bengals are flying high, folks, 14-2 overall, 6-1 in the South Suburban Blue, coming off an exciting victory Friday night, defeated Richards 64-62. So we're going to talk all things Bengals, boys, hoops with Coach Manske, who is in his 6th season at Oak Forest. I know he's a Marist grad as well, I think a 96 Marist grad. And also in the third segment, beyond the coach, players of the week, Standard Bank trivia question, we're also, we're going to show you a little something here. Remember back when we had Mother McCauley girls volleyball on? Told them if they win state, Lisa Thomas Salon will hook up the girls. Well, today's the day. Lisa Thomas Salon's got the team in, and we're going to go out there and show the girls getting dialed up a little bit. All right, folks, we're going to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. All right, we come back. Coach Matt Manske, Oak Forest Boys Hoops, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a pepperoni sausage, green peppers and onions. Don't forget the extra cheese, large pizza. Oh, by the way, I also make house calls. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals by growing your money with My Green Checking. Interest checking with no minimum balance and no monthly fees. To learn more, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, folks, we got the white-hot Oak Forest Bengals boys basketball coach Matt Manske is our guest. Matt, thanks for coming on board, my man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, 14-2, 6-1. Are you surprised at all by this start or what?
Well, I mean, I knew we had a good team coming in. I don't know that 14-2 would have been on my radar before the season started, but we have good guys that work hard, and they're confident, and we've caught a couple breaks at the right time, and hopefully we can keep things rolling.
Yeah. Well, beyond great coaching, Matt, all right, and your great staff, you got Mike Brown over there. What do you think the key to the whole success has been with this team?
I think the biggest thing for us is that we have a group of guys that really get along well, and so they have some chemistry with each other. And so when they play on the court, they're very unselfish.
Yep.
And, they don't really care about who's scoring or who's taking the shots. I think they're really trying to make their mark on Oak Forest basketball history, and I think they're really kind of dialed into just getting the win. Whatever it takes, however we have to do it, whoever has to be the guy that day, just getting it done. And I think that chemistry really has taken us a long way.
Yeah, no egos with these guys, huh?
No, not at all. Not at all. Good unselfish kids and great leaders in our seniors.
And obviously, the senior class and even junior Kyle Flanagan, I mean, these guys were part of the mix last year. How much of a development have you seen, their progression as players from last year to this year? Because you were 12-17 last year, and I know you were playing better as the season progressed last year.
Yeah, I think, in some ways, it's like a totally different team. We say we have a lot of guys coming back, but, Kyle Flanagan and David Gray and Jason Rowland, and these guys are totally different players than they were last season. And then we bring in a couple guys off our bench who, Armand Williams was an all-tournament player at the Romeoville tournament, and he's like a totally different player. So even though we were playing those guys last year, they put so much time into their individual development over the summer and the off season that they've really improved their game, and it shows.
Yep.
It shows.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it showed on Friday night against Richards. Great game. I think that was a statement win for you guys, 64-62. However, you start out a little sluggish. You're at home, maybe the big crowd. You had a tremendous student section. Bengal Nation was rocking, and you fall behind 24-12. What do you tell your guys at the break right there?
Well, you go in the huddle and you tell your guys they can't keep shooting like this forever.
Because they hit 6 threes. Richards was on fire.
And then you get out of the huddle and you think, gosh, I hope they don't shoot like this the rest of the way. But, we had a game plan going in. We really wanted to focus, obviously, on Josh Meyer because he's a terrific player. And we knew that by doing that, we were going to be giving up. You have to give up something when you're going to double team the post. And so I just told the guys, stay the course. We're going to be fine. I did. I told our guys, they're not going to shoot like this forever. We just have to keep being aggressive and keep going at them. And luckily for us, they cooled off in the second quarter. And I think we were able to find our rhythm a little bit too.
Yeah.
We might have been a little bit amped up because that was a big game for us. And, we did have a lot of things going on with the crowd and, things like that. So things settled down for us, and once we got our feet under us, we were okay.
Yeah, I think anybody who was skeptical of the Bengals start, that game right there, like people are like, hey, they are legit, and credit to your guys, man. I mean, you talked about Josh Meyer. Here's a kid who's averaging 21 points a game. He's going to Chicago State University on a scholarship. You guys hold him to 4 points, and not because, Josh was jacking shots, and he couldn't even get the ball. You denied him the ball, and he only took 3 shots all night. He usually averages 3 dunks a night, and you held him to 3 field goal attempts.
Well, we decided that we were going to put Dylan Ross on him, and Dylan's probably given up 6 inches there, but Dylan is just a hard worker and a tough kid. And we brought Kyle Flanagan, our big guy, on the double team, and I think we were able to, maybe that took him off guard a little bit and surprised him. And we just once he kind of got out of his rhythm, I think we were able to just kind of keep mixing things up, and we were able to frustrate him a little bit. But he's a great player, and if we played him 10 times, I think I don't think we'd have the same result. But luckily, on that one day,
you don't have to play him 10 times.
Right, we only got to play him once. So.
That's it, man.
Right.
And as the game, you guys get back in the game. Obviously, I think it was 30-28 at the half, and then you guys tie it, take the lead, and with 2:22 to go, lo and behold, the Bengals are up 12, 61-49. You're waiting for the confetti to fall. The game looks like it's over, and all of a sudden, here comes Richards. They come back, cut it to 1, right? It was 63-62.
Yeah, it was 63-62.
So what's going through your mind as you're seeing this going?
I'm thinking, is this clock ever going to end? Is this game ever going to get over? But you know what? One of the trademarks of a Coach Geppetto team is that hard pressure defense. And I told our guys in one of our timeouts, I said, listen, they're going to make another run at you. And you're going to have to stand up and you're going to have to fight. And, it wasn't pretty, and it gives us a lot to work on at practice, but we were able to do enough to get the job done.
That's it, man. 64-62. Bengals. This has got to be, since the state finals team, 14-2? This hasn't happened too often.
I've been here 13 years, and, yeah, this is definitely the best start we've had in my time here. So, we're just trying to take it all in stride and keep getting better and, keep moving forward. Yep. All
right. Well, we're going to go to Elisa Thomas Salon timeout, folks. We return more with Coach Matt Mansky. We're talking Oak Forest Bengals hoops. Stay tuned.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
If you're looking for delicious barbecue in the Southland, no one does it better than Bonapit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. Stop in and try our mouth-watering ribs, tender piled-high pulled pork sandwich with homemade chips, or a perfecta combo in our year-round indoor-outdoor patio. Having a special get-together, Bonapit offers a party room for up to 100 people. Want to watch the big game? Fans can do so on one of our many flat-screen TVs and enjoy $10 domestic bucket specials every Sunday. Bonapit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. No one does barbecue better. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, folks, Oak Forest boys basketball coach Matt Mansky is our guest. The Bengals are flying high, 14-2, coming off a 64-62 win over Richards, and they got to hit the road Friday night, heading to TF North. Always an interesting place, man. Coach Bankston's squad.
That's a tough game.
That's a
We're
tough
gonna be ready
game.
for a physical war with TF North.
Well, the good news is our good friend Tony Ciccarello, who I affectionately refer to as Tony Chickadego over at Shepherd, he took care of TF North for you on Friday. Helped you out a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think he helped us out, but hopefully he didn't wake him up. Hopefully he didn't wake up a sleeping giant.
You know, coaches can always find,
Right.
you know, the silver lining, and then the other way, you guys can find a little bit of a downside on something.
You
But
gotta work the
you got to work
both
it both
angles.
ways, man. I hear you. All right. Well, I think one of the big keys for you guys, we talked about it a little bit in the first segment, is the balanced scoring. I mean, you got Kyle Flanagan's at like 15, 16 points a game. Tommy Shute, 14 plus. Jason Rowland's up there in double digits. David Gray's just off of double digits, like right around 9 or something like that. But Tommy Shute, man. I mean, let's talk about this kid. 3-year varsity guy, right?
3-year varsity
Three-year
guy.
varsity guy. Going to Loris, playing the hoops up at Loris. Just a gamer, man.
Well, you know, he's just such a solid kid, and he's such a great kid off the court and on the court. But, you know, as far as on the court goes, he just works. He outworks people. He just plays as hard as he can. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but he just finds a way to get it done. If his shot's off, he takes it to the basket. If he can't finish that way, he's getting to the free throw line, and he just works. He's a great player, and I'm going to miss him a lot next year when he's gone. But just a great kid for our young kids in our program to take a look up to.
Yeah, because I mean, he's only 6 foot, 6 foot
Right,
one. You know what I mean?
right,
But he's relentless.
Oh, he is. He
Plays
is.
hard, man. And then you got junior Kyle Flanagan, 6'8". Nice. That's a nice asset right
Yeah,
there, man.
we haven't had a lot of 6'8" walking the
No,
halls.
you haven't. No, you haven't. And talk about his development,
Gosh,
man.
you know, he's like a different player from where he was at last season. Last season, you know, he rebounded well, he defended, but this year he's added some post moves and some post game scoring, and that's why his averages are up. And the other thing is, you know, he's an 80% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
So, you know, we played a game earlier in the season where he was 18 for 20 from the line.
Wow.
You know, and when you have a post player that you can throw the ball into, and not only can he make a move, but if they foul him, he's going to go knock down the shot. That changes everything. It's
Absolutely, man. He's a junior, so you got him another
yeah.
year. So, who, you know, keeps progressing, keeps working hard, hits the weights. I mean, this kid could be a 20-10 easy next year.
Well, sky's the limit for him, and he is a hard worker, and you know he really wants to play at the next level, and you know I think he's gonna keep getting better. I think he's gonna add something to his game a little bit each year.
I'll tell you what I was most impressed with Friday night was your point guard, Jason Rowland, man. He is, you know, he can handle it, making good decisions out there, and he could score. I mean, he's tremendous.
He does it all for us. And the thing, you know, Jason, and I've said this before, but if he wanted to be our leading scorer, he could be our leading scorer. But he understands where he fits on this team. And sometimes, like the first quarter on Friday night, we were struggling, and he carried us because he knew that maybe some of these other guys didn't have their rhythm yet.
Yep.
And then as the game progressed, he started moving the ball and getting everybody else involved. He's just a really good player, and I think, you know, I think he's going to find some college is going to find him, and it's going to be a great match. I think he's going to have a great future. I think his best is yet to come.
Yet to come, yeah. And colleges, man, they got to jump on this kid. I
Yes.
mean, he's still uncommitted, and he can play.
Definitely.
He can play, man. And David Gray, a kid who's been up since his freshman year, he's a junior. And I'll tell you, a lot of exciting plays during that game Friday. And David Gray, who's mainly your top defender, but he makes a move, takes Josh Meyer to the rack. I'm like, where did that come from, man? I mean, explosive.
When David has that in him, and you know, he's like an X factor for us because when he's making plays like that, we're really tough to defend because it adds another dimension with that scoring. But, you know, David guards the other team's best player. You know, he was matched up with Shannon on Friday night. And, you know, he works our defense. Our defense starts with David. And that scoring that he can bring to us, you know, that's an X factor for us. And I'm hoping that as the season goes on, he continues to develop that game and keep being aggressive and scoring for us.
I mean, yeah, that was very impressive. So what do you think here, man? I know that you don't like to look at that February 14th day. You know, other than it being Valentine's Day, it's the big dog. You got Hillcrest that night. Is that at home, or you guys got to go to Country Club Hills?
No, we do have them at home this year.
At home, man. That place is going to be rocking. I've got that one circled myself, but what do you think this team is capable of now? As you see,
You know, it's hard to say because, you know, we've been playing well, but, you know, you're just trying to stay focused on the next game. And I think we have a lot of tough teams in our conference, and I think that if we look too far ahead, you know, I don't want it to fall into a situation where we look too far ahead and then we get taken out. So, you know, the thing for me is just one game at a time, and when the time comes, we just try and beat the next team that we're going to play. I know that's cliche, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see where these guys can go.
But, I mean, for you, like you said, you were here 13 years. This is your 6th year as head coach. How much fun is this? I mean, to see the crowd, the way people are just responding to this team.
It is great. You know, the kids are great. Our fan section is great. We got an awesome pep club, and, you know, I think we're building some momentum, and I think it's really been an awesome experience so far.
Yep. That's cool, man. Well, continued success of the Bengals. You know, usually Bengals, you know, football, perennial, powerhouse, baseball, perennial powerhouse, and, you know, basketball's had its ups and downs, but I don't remember being this far up. Well, at least me covering it for 20-something years, man. This is awesome. This is fun.
Well, we're trying to make our mark, and, you know, we're just trying to enjoy it day by day.
Yep.
It's been great.
And we got to give props to the girls programs because all the Oak Forest girls programs are pretty much
terrific.
Always competing for conference championships,
Absolutely.
man. So kudos to the girls. So, all right, Matt, thanks a lot for coming on board, man. And don't forget these. I'm hooking Tommy Shoot up. Tommy Shoot's going to be the player of the week at Labriola Bakery Cafe, and you're going to be our coach of the week. Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse.
Thank you.
Right down the street from you, practically. Right down Harlem. It's not bad.
My wife's favorite restaurant, so
right.
we'll have a date night.
Good. That's awesome, man. We'll enjoy those. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, folks, we're going to an athletics timeout. We had athletics last week. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey, who's the man. We come back, coach of the week, players of the week, trivia, man. Get out those cell phones. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Compliments of Standard Bank. So stay tuned for that, too. Lots more. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank Oak Forest boys basketball coach Matt Mansky for being our guest, and good luck to the Bengals the rest of the season. All right, folks, get out your cell phone. It's time for the Standard Bank text poll question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win a $50 gift card. All right, former Oakland A's and St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Mark Mulder recently announced a comeback and signed a contract with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. After he's been away for like 5 years, all right, 5 years away from the game. I actually talked to him, interviewed him. Story's going to be running this week, probably Thursday in the Southtown Star. Here's the question. Which local high school did Mulder graduate from? All right, text A if you think it's Sandburg, B if you think it's Thornwood, C if you think it's Andrew, or D if you think it's St. Rita. All right? See the number to call? Give it a call. Texter number 3 with the correct response wins a $50 gift card. Compliments of Standard Bank. All right? I'm laying it up there for you. A hanging curveball. Knock it out of the park. And not many people knocked any balls out of the park when I was throwing. All right? Get that straight right now. All right, folks. Before we get to the results segment, sponsored by Athletics, Sports, and Orthopedic Physical Therapy, my little mention with Lisa Thomas Salon. If you are a customer, any of you kids, high school girls or boys, if you are a current customer of Lisa Thomas Salon, all right, they're looking for a few models to put on, you know, their programs and stuff like that, all right? So if you're interested in this, take a picture of yourself, boy or girl, all right? Send it to info@lisathomassalon.com, all right? Just email it, info, I-N-F-O, @lisathomassalon.com. We're going to make you a bigger star, all right? You think you got the goods? Want yourself splattered all around the area? Could make it happen, all right? Good luck. All right, folks, let's go to the results segment. We'll talk about that Richards Oak Forest. Oak Forest 64, Richards 62. For Richards, Dedrick Shannon Jr., 16 points. Deion Alexander, 16 points. Spencer Tears came off the bench, had 10. For Oak Forest, Tommy Shute, 18 points. Kyle Flanagan had 16. Jason Rowland had 13. And David Gray had 9 for the Bengals. Mount Carmel 54, St. Ignatius 37. For Mount Carmel, David Nichols, 21 points, having a great season. Christian Searles, 13 points for the Caravan. For St. Iggy, Riley Duty, 11 points. Shepherd 51, TF North 42. Tony Chickadago's the Astros are coming on, man, playing much better now. For North, Christian Johnson had 8 points. For Shepherd, Malcolm Lawson had 13, and Jacob Littleton had 11, and Jacob's having a real nice year for the Astros. Bloom 70, Creep Money 61 for Bloom. Jared Johnson, 23 points. David Eccles had 16. James Coleman had 12. For the Warriors, Brandon Johnson, 21 points off the bench. Tyler Williams had 16, and Juan Gardner had 10. Thornton 65, Lincoln Way North 46 for Thornton. Justin Taylor had 20 points, 14 rebounds. Jamani Pierce had 10 points, 6 boards. For North, JT Lamone, 17 points. Rich East 58, Rich South 51 for East. Don Henderson, 16 points, 9 boards. Marcian Ross, 9 points for Rich South. Denzel Kimbrough, 15 points, 5 boards. Jeremy Ruffin had 11 points, 10 boards. Bryce Lyden, 9 points, 6 rebounds. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We talked about him already. Tommy Shute of Oak Forest. He gets the $25 gift card. Compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook. Had big performances and wins over Richards and Eisenhower. Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. Andrew Girls Hoopster Molly Franson, 21 points to lead the T-Bolts to a 68-59 win over Willowbrook. We're going to hook up Molly with a nice little goodie bag. Compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon. And the Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse Coach of the Week. Obviously, we handed it off to him too. Oak Forest, Matt Mansky, doing a great job with the Bengals, 14-2. All right, folks, if you remember, back in the day, a couple months ago, Mother McCauley's Jen DeGerald, coach, was on, and we told her, if your girls volleyball team wins state, Lisa Thomas Salon will have the whole team in, all right? All 15 of them, give them a nice haircut, hook them up. And, hey, we don't welch on our wagers here. McCauley came through, won the state championship, and lo and behold, look at the girls are getting their haircuts styled, all hooked up, maybe a little highlight here and there. But, hey, obviously, Tommy Kamak, Lisa Kamak from Lisa Thomas Salon, thank you very much. They came through for the girls here. So, hey, we say something at the Coach's Corner. We mean it. We mean business. So, great job by Mother McCauley, too, to win the state championship. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, a little high, a little tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria. conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut in style for just $27 and guys get a cut in style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is a place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggars Pizza. All right, high and tight, folks. Gary DeCesar, St. Rita basketball coach. He's a paisan. We've had him on the show before. But when he makes a quote like this from a win Friday, or I think it was a loss Friday. Anyway, here's the quote: "Best 6-5 team in the country." That was Gary's quote in reference to St. Rita's basketball team. Wrong. You have the most talent of any 6-5 team in the country. I'll give you that. But you are not the best 6-5 team in the country. You're probably not even the best 6-5 team in the area. There's probably some teams in the area who are sitting at 6-5 that might be able to beat St. Rita. There's just something missing. I don't know what it is, but this team is loaded. I struggled. I was going to give them the preseason number one. It was either between St. Rita or Marion. All this talent coming back, but something just hasn't clicked. This team, this group of kids has not won a regional. And you got probably four Division I guys on this team. And it's just not happening. I know they play a quality schedule, but hey, you got to start winning games, man. It comes down to winning. You got to start winning games. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week.